Hello, my name is Cindy and today I'm making my first YouTube video. I really wanted to make this video to kind of commemorate me starting my debt-free journey today. It's something that I felt like I was avoiding for a really long time. Currently I'm 30 years old, living in California, and I've accumulated a lot of debt, and a lot of that debt is a mix of credit card loans and student loans. So I kind of did the calculations today, and I'm standing currently at $31,789 in credit card debt and $39,327.03 in student loans. This has been something that I feel like I've been kind of hiding from or putting off for a really long time. I always kind of thought of student loan debt as good debt, and student loans was really not an option for me when I started college. What's really making me start today, as we come to the end of 2020 really allowed me a lot of time to reflect on myself, my priorities, what I wanted for my family in 5 years, what I really wanted to accomplish in 2021. And I felt like it all kind of really hit me when my husband and I were taking a road trip back during Thanksgiving, and we had a lot of time on the road to think and to talk. And after talking to family and friends and just really hearing about how everybody was really taking advantage of the market right now and investing in stocks and things like that, and I felt like, wow, I'm a 30-year-old that really doesn't know anything about investing. I don't know anything about stocks. I don't know where to put my money. I don't really know how to make my money grow for me. So this is why I'm kind of referring to myself as the unsavvy budgeter, because I'm really a novice to all of this. And I'm hoping that by starting this journey, I'm going to increase my financial literacy, learn from a good community, and really hold myself accountable for this debt-free journey that I'm starting today. The reason why, I'm not including any debts that I have from my husband's practically done, pretty much paying off a very minimal credit card debt that he has, and I've always been the spouse that had the debt that was more out of control. He was always trying to push me to kind of tackle the debt and the benefits of living debt-free, but I kind of didn't really understand what the rush was when I just felt like, it'll get taken care of. This debt isn't forever. I don't see it as a long-term thing, and I'll take care of it when I get to it. And for the meantime, I kind of just want to enjoy my 20s and enjoy life and figure out adulting. Now that I'm 30, the economy is questionable. It has me kind of freaking out. I don't know. I feel like I'm having like a 30-year-old life crisis where I want to figure out like an emergency fund if things don't get better, or if my husband and I lose our jobs. I want to make sure that we have, enough for a down payment for a future home or a bigger home that we want, our dream home. Right now, we don't really have any of that figured out. So that kind of really started freaking me out. I found myself staying up late into the night trying to figure out like, how am I going to make this work for us? So why start today? I just feel like, from what I hear and from other YouTubers that I've watched, the main thing is to just start. And so I'm choosing to start today. I have tried to tackle my debt before, but I wasn't really taking it seriously. I never was great at budgeting. I would set a budget but never follow it. I thought that I was kind of tackling my debt, but I was spending way more than I should be saving or putting towards debt. So my debt was actually growing instead of minimizing. And now that I'm kind of facing the facts and looking at my statements, I'm noticing that, yeah, more money is going out than is coming in. My goals for 2021 is to really tackle my credit card debt first because of the high interest rates that comes with my credit cards, and I've done a lot of balance transfers on those. I just want to try and make sure that I meet those balance transfer deadlines and not accrue more fees. And my goal is to tackle the credit card debt by summertime. And then we'll move on to student loan debts, which I hope I can tackle by the end of 2021. So that's really the goal that I've kind of set for myself. What's really motivated me to start is my husband and I talked about what our priorities are for the new year, and I felt like we were setting some smart goals. I started to kind of see a picture of what I really wanted for us in 2021, which is we want to move. We're looking at moving out of state, living in an area that's more affordable for us, and buying a bigger home, and really focusing on starting a family and saving a lot of our money so that we do cover our emergency funds, enough for a down payment for our home. So I guess when I think about how all of this debt started, it really all started in college. I got a credit card. I grew up in a low-income family, so we really didn't have money. I was working on average 2 to 3 jobs at a time throughout college to kind of help pay for my student loans and just living where I was going to school. And I also didn't want to be the person that was left out spending time and hanging out with my peers, so I just thought, like, you know what, I'll charge it, and when I make more money, I'm going to pay off my credit cards and it's going to be no problem. So after college, after I did my undergrad, I decided to do a master's degree too, so that also added to increasing my student loan debt. So all in all, over time, it just accumulated and accrued interest, and I wasn't really putting enough towards it. So, and I think about that's how it kind of got started. And then when my husband and I moved in together, thankfully he already had a home that he already purchased, so I was very fortunate to be able to move in with him and save a lot on what I would be paying for rent. When I moved into his home, we decided we would renovate our home, and we put about $20,000 on credit cards to do these renovations, and we had been working to pay that off. After we finished renovating the house, we got engaged, and all of a sudden we're talking about planning a wedding for about 200 people. And our wedding ended up costing us $50,000 to get married in LA. As we were trying to save up and pay for deposits or pay for what we could in cash and charging the rest, and then it just added to our credit card debt. So it felt like we just finished paying off our home renovations in about a year, and then we got married and accrued $50,000, and we were working on paying that off. Since then, we've traveled. We went on our honeymoon, we traveled, and that has also continued to add to our debt. And I just was really focusing on making sure that I was enjoying life, because I was seeing all my friends traveling. I felt like, God, we're young, this is what we should do. we'll figure out the money stuff later, we'll pay it off. So that's kind of where I'm at today. I'm hoping to really kind of talk about my budget and my plans more openly here. It's always really uncomfortable to talk about money with your friends and family. I find that at my age, it's especially hard because a lot of people avoid the topic of talking about money and finances. So I always felt pretty isolated and lonely talking about debt with anybody besides my husband. So I'm kind of hoping to find a sense of community here and not go through this journey alone, and to have people kind of help guide me through this or talk about what's worked for them. I mean, talking about money is really awkward, and I feel like now I'm kind of just putting my financial problems out into the universe. But I'm hoping that good comes out of this and that we're going to be able to tackle it. So I'm hoping we can just talk about how I'm going to break down my action plan to tackle this and totally kick butt in tackling debt by the end of 2021. So I'm hoping that this community will help hold me accountable, and that I do have motivation to accomplish my 2021 goal. So thanks for watching, and please comment and let me know if you're also here with me. Let me know if you've gone down this, debt-free journey as well and what's worked for you. I'm definitely a newbie and I'm open for advice. So thanks guys, thanks for watching.